most interesting story, whatever. What has stood out to you? Because what camp is coming up soon. Training camp's coming up soon. I think next week or maybe the week after. What's the biggest storyline, whatever that's of this offseason for you?
Wow. I mean, it's a very loaded question because I'm looking at a whole bunch of storylines and asking myself, what's the biggest? I mean, can Boston repeat? The Knicks are loaded.
Well, not necessarily right. Not necessarily coming into the year, but also this offseason, things that happened that stood out to you, like, oh, that's interesting. Or
I mean, there's been,
I don't know.
Whether little things in terms of trades, you got a couple of people moving. You got DeMar DeRozan, I believe, in Sacramento.
Right.
You got a couple of people moving around in terms of, and then you got rookies coming in. Specifically, like I said before, I'm just most intrigued with the moves. So for example, moves Paul George with the Sixers. So folks are going to think there's some folks out there that thinks that makes that team better than the fourth place that I put them. It doesn't. Behind the Bucks, behind the Knicks, behind Boston. That's just the bottom line. I'm intrigued by what the Magic is doing. They look very young. They look very spry. They look very talented. I'm intrigued with them. The West looks like a log jam of just,
as always,
old heads, young heads, just trying to figure out what they want to do. I can't even tell you who I think is going to represent the West. Some may say Minnesota. Some may say Denver. But you got a lot of moving pieces with Westbrook being in Denver now. That's going to be interesting to see them develop. And then you have Clippers still there, Lakers still there. You got Golden State and Steph coming back. Clay over in Dallas. Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of interesting storylines that I'm paying attention to because of, and they're strategically, these storylines are part of trades that have happened because it's changed the landscape of the NBA. What's going to particularly happen? Even with the Bucks coming back, can they even play full strength? Because I don't even think Giannis and then Middleton and then Dame. I want to see them full strength. It's going to be a very interesting year. OKC being young and SGA MVP candidate. The sky's the limit. Obviously, you have also players coming back from injury, possibly. We'll see. LaMelo Ball. So it's going to be an interesting season, to say the least.
Yeah, I think the only thing for me that stood out this offseason for me has nothing to do with the transactions at all. I think the Boston Celtics are still kind of underrated. I think we kind of forgot the Boston Celtics. Yeah, they kind of like for me, underrated. Like you wouldn't have thought they won a title. It was like, oh, okay, cool. They finally did it. About time. Oh, yeah, they had an easy break. Who cares? Like, there's no, like, when Milwaukee won a couple years ago, I was like, oh, my God, finally got it. Giannis got his ring. And when, last couple of years, the last couple of champions we had, Denver won. Jokic, oh, my God, it's great. All these, like, champions the last couple of years have gotten some pop. Boston wins, like, okay, we'll see next year.
I think that it's the road. I think people look at the road of how you get there, and they're looking like.
I think it's both. I think it's both the road and the fact that it's about fucking time, you guys. You got to the finals twice, conference finals 5 times.
Yeah, it's a lot of that, but it's the road too, because you ask yourself a question: whose road was harder, Dallas's road or Boston's road?
Dallas ain't close, brother. It ain't close.
You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of people in the league, when you talk about the fanfare and why, and even conspiracy theorists, I always do that for the disclaimer. Conspiracy theorists, they, Steve Kerr got Jason Tatum.
Add that, which could play in his favor going forward.
It's on the bench.
The bench.
So Derek, come on.
Derek White don't give a playing time to him. That's
come
crazy.
Come on, get on the court with Steph. Go ahead, get on the court with Steph.
I'm sorry, that was cold by Steve Kerr though. That was cold.
So then, Jaylen's at home sitting watching this shit. Jaylen said, so let me get this straight. I win a chip. I mean, I'm all MVP, and I'm not even considered to be on this team.
Then you take this guy who deserves to be there for the record, but they don't even play him.
He got the call from Derek White. Like, they're sending me. I have no choice. They're sending me. Jaylen White was like, clip. Fuckers. Yeah, like, so you have to understand that the temperament that's adds onto the soap opera. The temperament of what the league is going to be coming into next season, because they're looking at the Boston Celtics saying, okay, well, the Knicks full strength? No. Was Philly full strength? No.
Miami not either. Miami was full strength.
Was Miami full?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
So they're looking like, you got a ring.
But that being said, though, I'm not saying. I'll say right now up front, even with the team's full strength, I would still put Boston's favorite in the East, possibly to repeat. Possibly, I'm not saying let's see the rest of the West looks at, but I think they'll be the favorites in the East at least.
Take my time.
Did your boy ranting in your ear about the Knicks now, bro? I gotta talk to that dude very soon, man. Seriously, give him his podcast.
Shout out to RJ. Shout out to Randy J. Cruz. He is my friend. He talks to me every single day, so maybe he's rubbing up on me.
Yeah.
But I sit back and I analyze how the Knicks went down last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this team full strength against the Boston Celtics. And I have to ask myself, does Boston really think they can beat this team in 7 games? Really? Full strength? I am excited to have that question answered. I really am. Because the talent, are we going to sit here as basketball analysts and basketball fans, and we're going to say that the Boston Celtics by far has a better, has more talent than the Knicks? Are we going to sit here and say that? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can. Boston Celtics has far and wide better talent than the Knicks. Really? The Knicks are bringing back Jalen Brunson. They're coming back with your man Randall, full strength. Okay. And they're coming back with OG. Okay. You got Josh Hart. You got Dante. You got Deuce. These guys are loaded, just like Boston's loaded.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where they go, and the chemistry will be there because they've played with each other for a period of time. And I didn't even talk about Mikal Bridges, guys.
It's gonna be fun.
Coach Tibbs. I need for entertainment value, Coach Tibbs. For entertainment value, I need you to put Mikal Bridges on Jason Tatum for 48 minutes. And then I need you to put OG Anunoby on Jaylen Brown for 48 minutes. I need it.
Yes, you drank the Kool-Aid from Randy J. Cruz, buddy. You did. You did. No,
I need it for entertainment purposes because Mikal Bridges is a great defender. Not just putting him on the Knicks. Mikal Bridges is a great defender, and not putting OJ in Toronto. Great defender.
I love this Knicks team. I just got to see it. That's it.
That's why I'm excited for the season. And once again, to land the plane. These Boston Celtics are coming here. They're going to come. I think the first game is in
23rd, right? 23rd.
It's in Boston. I think it's Knicks in Boston.
Like I said, also, yeah. And here's the thing too. Also,